Peace and welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Alj, and today we're going to be continuing our series of Voyage. Now, the Voyage is a series where I use principles from the book The Art of Competitive Pokemon by Mr. Jamvat, and I have the book right here actually, so you guys can see it. And as you see in the subtitle, he makes competitive Pokemon simple, just by merging principles and concepts together and putting them in such a plain language that it's really difficult to not grasp and see the game in a different light and perspective, which makes it really which makes it a lot more digestible and applicable. But we're going to continue practicing the principle on how to select the lead. We went over this on the last video of the Voyage, so this is going to be part 2 to that. Now I'm going to briefly go over exactly what I mean when I say how to select a proper lead, because yeah, it sounds pretty simple, selecting a proper lead, but what exactly do I mean by that? We're going to break it down a bit, and then once that's said and done, we'll go ahead and hit the battles, guys. Okay, so let's talk about selecting a proper lead very briefly. Just want to go into it a bit. So what exactly did I mean when I said selecting a proper lead? It does sound pretty simple. I mean, just select a proper lead. But what do we think about when we select that lead? What are the questions we ask ourselves? What are the options we weigh and the consequences we think about? So with those things in mind, let's see. So if I'm going to select a lead and I want to help myself win the battle or increase the likelihood of me winning, then my lead should have some intention or purpose behind it, right? Well, what would that intention or purpose be? That intention or purpose should be to help get my game plan moving in the way that I want it to go. Now, because it's Pokemon and there's many variables at hand, it can go against you or it can go for you. There's RNG involved, somebody can counter lead you or predict you, those kind of things. But as long as you're going in the direction that you have for your game plan, you're going to be more in control of what you're doing and more aware of where things may go wrong or what you need to do to get yourself in the proper position in regards to your game plan or how you intend to win. So that's why selecting a proper lead is important, so that you can have order in your games and harmony. Because if you don't have that kind of order, if you don't have a destination in mind, so to say, then you're not going to get anywhere. It's just like a GPS, and if you don't put a destination in the GPS or tell Siri or say, hey Siri, take me to whatchamacallit, Siri gonna look at you funny, and Siri may not even talk or respond to you because Siri can't take you to whatchamacallit. We have to have an intention. We have to have an order or a destination. So with that said, guys, let's go ahead and hit the battles. So like last video, if I find myself spending a lot of time breaking it down to myself before I give it to y'all, I'll just go ahead and cut to the point where I start speaking on it. That way I don't have to watch me looking like a statue. I know we don't want to see that. I've actually seen this team quite often. I don't know, this is a team that may have recently won an event or something, but I've run into this archetype quite often. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lead Iron Bundle Chiyu, and then I have Iron Hands and Lando in the back, because I didn't want to put myself in a position where I end up intimidating this thing, because my Landers is pretty good here. So my Iron Hands is able to pivot if he did end up leading Kingambit, which he did. But in this particular situation, I don't need to necessarily hard swap. But the purpose of this lead is to cover for the Roaring Moon lead, Flutter Mane lead. Kind of just puts me in an all-around good position because I can also burn the physical attackers if need be and then pivot into these two in the back that you see here. So I definitely don't deal well with tailwinded Flutter Mane, but I really can't do much right now to stop that. So I'm actually okay with removing the Moon, that way he can't get up Tailwind later on. I'm actually just going to burn the Kingambit first, because if he Terras, I don't have to worry about predicting anything. I can get guaranteed value by burning. Wait, oh, I thought that was Moonblast. Okay, that's whack. I thought that was Moonblast by that animation. Well, the miss is very whack, because now I got 0 value from Chiyu. I might just sack it now, because there's really no point for me to keep it, because he's going to outspeed me with everything now in the back. My Chiyu, that is. I could just Double Protect here to stall out a turn to Tailwind, which I'm inclined to do right now. That way, the following turn, my bundle ideally lives, and then I can fake out when I get Iron Hands in and then buy the last turn of Tailwind. So it's going to double protect here. The way that animation looked was so weird. I thought he just hit his own King Gambit. I know they recently updated the animations, but good lord, stuff looking funky right now. Okay, so my bundle. See, he'd have to double my bundle to get rid of it. Bundle's like my main way of dealing with his Landorus. So I still have Iron Hands plus Terraflying Lando to help with their Ogerpon. It still outspeeds their Fluttermane, but in order for my Landorus to come in, I need this Gambit gone, or at least like severely weakened. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to KO me with Kowtow, so I really have to just stay in, unfortunately, and I'll go for the burn. Okay, now this is the turn I was talking about 2 turns ago, where I could just fake out. I don't have Heavy Slam. Let me think about this, cause kind of in a pinch now. Considering like I could sack bundle, but if I tear up my Iron Hands, I'm making myself weak to Gambit, and I already don't have the means to hit it super effectively because I don't have my Goldingo, and I'm about to end up giving it a +1, which ain't cool either. But I need Iron Hands to close out this endgame more than bundle, so I'll go ahead and just Terra. I really don't want to, but I'm kind of in a position where I might need to. I'm actually going to Terra and Volt Switch. I'm Terraing and Volt Switching, that way I can reset my fake out. That turn actually worked out much better for me than I anticipated. The unfortunate part here is like this Gambit is not going down, and now Fluttermane's free to just Dazzling. I have to target Gambit, and I'm also locking into a move that does not hit their Landorus. Okay, good for me. It's fortunate for me that they don't have Landorus or Ogerpon in the back, because now I'm forced to lock into Stomping Tantrum. So honestly, that was probably not the best play, but I didn't really have a choice considering what they have left in the back. So now we can get faked out. Can't really do much about that. Probably lose my Landorus here, but I need this thing going in order for me to actually have some chance at winning. That's not enough. Wild Charge, he locks in the Shadow Ball. Yeah, this is pretty much over. Yeah, I didn't even KO. Okay, I'll give that to you. Yep. So I'll be blunt right from the jump. I really didn't have enough time to like formulate a solid game plan and like see it through. I did run out of time. I got the 4 Pokemon that I wanted, but I didn't like clearly see my game plan in time. And I mean, it happens. I mean, I only had like 60 seconds to decide because they put the timer on me immediately. But again, it happens. I mean, you just gotta work with what we have, and the more I practice it, the easier it'll get. But I'm not dissatisfied with my lead. They did just remind me though that I want to make a team with King Gambit, specifically Life Orb King Gambit with 3 attacks. Goldingo looking pretty nice here. I'm gonna definitely try to formulate a plan to where I can make it work. So Goldingo's, I'm gonna try to win with that, but the main obstacles that immediately I can see getting in my way is the Fluttermane and the Roaring Moon, which I have Bundle to help with on lead. So the main thing that's gonna inflict with Bundle, and Bundle being led, is their Iron Hands. So also considering that I have Scarf on my Lando, I'm okay with going Bundle Landorus. Now, if you guys can see why I'm leading Bundle Landorus, I'm leading Bundle Landorus because again, it's my bundle is going to outpace everything. The only thing that's going to how can I say, the only thing that's going to really pressure my bundle immediately. I'm not really considering the Flutter Mane because I have Lando next to it, which is Scarfed, is the Iron Hands, because it can fake me out and I'll be forced into a position to protect or switch, but I have Landers to also pressure it, so that's why I'm leading that. And once this is gone, or once, you know, I can get this thing removed or prevent Tailwind, Goldingo just has a much easier time. And as for my last Pokemon, I'm going to go ahead and bring Iron Hands. Just want to make sure, I just want to really see this through. I'm going to bring Iron Hands. See, once that happens, I can only have one. Okay. Alright, I can see this now. So, okay, good. So now Arcanon's in an awkward spot. It's definitely being pressured immensely right now. Fortunately for them, my Landorus is intimidated. Now, if he doesn't Terra, I could just remove their Roaring Moon. But if they don't Terra, if they Terra Roaring Moon, then they're letting Arcanon just drop. So, again, I don't want Flutter Mane getting up under Tailwind, because that's very oppressive to me. And I'm more concerned with Moon than I am with I'm more concerned over Moon than I am with the Arcanon at the moment. Okay, so that miss actually sucks. Yeah, that miss really sucks. Okay, so I can see that it's a really slow Arcanon. Probably defensive then, since he's going for that route. As if he was offensive, he would have outsped me under Tailwind. So that sucks. Roaring Moon would have been very low, much lower than this. But I never go Iron Hands here, because just based off of how slow that is, it probably is going to Will-O-Wisp me. Or Rock Slide. It's an unfortunate double miss on their part. But this allows for me to do this turn and scout and see what type of Arcanon this is specifically. Because for them to go for Rock Slide in that position when you're intimidated, it doesn't make sense unless you're like banded. But then again, you're still not doing crazy damage to me. But you would never burn Goldingo slot, right? So I'm going to make another switch here and just protect. Now I already got their Terra out. Now all I need to do is stall out this Tailwind and remove the Roaring Moon, and I'll be in a really good position. Because then my Landers will outspeed everything that they have in the back. Okay, he went for Rock Slide again. I wonder if that might be banded. Why would you go for that again? Unless you were just trying to catch me Terra Watering, perhaps? Let's see, if I fake out and he goes Flutter Mane, I'm in a pretty rough spot. I'd have to Terra, which I really don't want to do right now. If I fake out Arcanine, I mean, that's fine, because I can just freeze dry this slot, because Roaring Moon's never KOing bundle. Yeah, that's fine. So now, like I said, Landers is able to outspeed everything. And because of that lead I had earlier, I'm able to discern what I need to be able to make my endgame, the endgame that I want, a reality. Now, this is where I honestly could tear up my Iron Hands, truth be told, but I'm going to hit my Rock Slide. And all I'm really going to get out of this is a Volt Switch. I'm saying that because if you look at the rest of their team, I really don't need to Terra Goldingo. I could Terra Landers, I guess, but it's really not necessary because I have Goldingo to hit the Dragonite. So just to keep this around, just in case I actually need this to help with Dragonite, I'll just keep this around. As he actually Shadow Balls, wow. I'm actually not sure about that play. It's still fine though. Based off of the damage they did to me, I know it's specs. So if you're specs, it's a very good chance you're well, I won't say that because some specs do run pretty fast flutter main. I know for sure I can because like if I go Godingo right now, I'm taking a chance and saying I think you're 187 or lower speed at flutter main, so I'm just going to bank on me hitting Icy Wind and outspeeding you, and I don't want to do that. I'm actually just going to double flutter main to get rid of it, and if Dragonite does come in, that Dragonite is dropping. Hey, now look at this, guys. So wait, that's Scarf flutter main. Yeah, people are actually running Scarf flutter main now. That's interesting because I was running that for a little bit. Well, I won't say I was running it for a little bit. I was experimenting with it, but that's something that people are actually running that now. But it makes sense. It definitely makes a lot of sense. Now, based off of how slow that Arcanine was under Tailwind, I know that this cannot outspeed my Goldingo. At least I'm pretty confident it can't. Wait, I'm saying that. Turn 1, I hit Icy Wind on it, right? Didn't I? Yeah, I did. That's why it was so slow. Okay. That's why it was so slow. So actually, I don't know if it's faster than me or not, but my Goldingo is pretty fast. And I'm locked into an unfortunate move on my Landers at the moment. So I'm actually going to protect and Stomping Tantrum. That's not enough. I need that to 2-hit KO. I need that to 2-hit KO. Now I have to make it rain. But if you... we'll have to see who's faster. Okay, I'm faster. But he has Stomping Tantrum too, so I can't win. 55. That's unfortunate. I'm still satisfied with the way I played that. So my play there, I mean, I didn't know I was playing safe, but so what I would have needed to end up doing, I needed to make it rain that turn. Because he went to attack my Landers, which was a misplay on his part. Because if I was not locked into ground, I could have just Rock Tomb, but since I wasn't, he should have just went for Goldingo. And then I could have nasty plotted, and then I would have, because that looks like multi-scale, and then I could have, let's see, he took 25, and then if I nasty plotted 50, 70, yeah, I would have KO'd or been like a roll. See if we can bust out a see if we can bring out a win here. I'm not really dissatisfied with the way I'm playing, but I could probably be a little bit more aware because some of these games are coming too close and I know I can win these. So for this one, I'm leading Chi-Yu Iron Hands, and I'm leading Chi-Yu Iron Hands because everything that their team is very fast, and they're going to be faster than me under Tailwind for sure. So I have a Scarf Chi-Yu that I can be able to pressure him offensively immediately, and if he leads Arcanine, which is like the Arcanine or Chi-Yu, which are the two things that my Chi-Yu does not hit like that great, I can pressure them immediately while having fake out pressure against things like Ogerpon, fake out pressure against Landorus. We don't have it against Fluttermane, but I do have Terrifier. Now let me see if I'm actually okay with Terrifying. Given their team, Terraflying is actually not bad on my Lando. Let's see, will I have to Terrify if he leads Fluttermane, or if I just let my Iron Hands take the hit? I think I just let my Iron Hands take the hit, because if he Terras Fluttermane, I mean, nothing else can Terra. Let's see, if I Snarl it, then I Snarl it, and it Terras. Because I want to bring Bundle, but if I'm going to Terra Landorus, I probably don't need Bundle. Well, Bundle's too good to not bring. That Fluttermane is going to be interesting to deal with. Because if Fluttermane decides to Terra, like if I don't Terra my Iron Hands, I'm in trouble. But considering I have Bundle, considering I have Bundle, I don't need to Terra my Landers. I just need to play my Bundle properly. Okay. He didn't even lead it anyways, but these are things I need to like be aware of before I go into the battle, because I know that Fluttermane can definitely mess me up if I'm not careful. So here I just snarl and get rid of Torn. Now I will be giving Torn a free switch, however I cannot allow a second Tailwind to go up, and as you see I have nothing to switch into. Like if I Volt switched here, I wouldn't get any value because Chi would just cook anything that comes in, especially if he just, yeah, Chi just cooks. So we'll weaken their Chi and Wild Charge immediately. If he Terra Ghost, Snarl's going to hit him pretty hard. Wild Charge is good all around damage. So once Torn is gone, again, I have to play through the Tailwind. He actually swaps. I have to play through the Tailwind. And then Bundle just comes back and cooks along with my landers. Let's see, so now they're putting themselves in a position to, okay. Let's see, Rock Slide. I actually gave me a good switch here for my own landers. I think I'll take you up on that offer, sir. Just want to see how I want to go about doing this though. I know all of your Pokemon now, which is valuable. And it's just turn 2 and I know all their Pokemon, ain't that something? My bundle's great. It just has to hit Hydro Pump too many times, which I don't like. My Chi-Yu is honestly not that great anymore. My Iron Hand still has value. As you can see, he still has Chi-Yu and Arcanine, right? So if anything should go here, it should be my Chi-Yu. So I'm going to attempt to burn their Landorus. Do I need damage? No, I don't. I don't need damage on Landorus because I have an Ice type in the back. So that's why I'm making this play. It's a good U-turn. My Will-O-Wisp is going to be pretty much nullified here. That's banded. Okay, good to know. So now we've confirmed that this is banded. I know that just based off of how much damage it did to me. And now I'm pressuring his Chi with a Terra, or he has to swap. But I'm actually going to have to U-turn my own Landers here. And I'm going to have to U-turn because if he ever goes his own Landers, I'm just going to get weak. My Landers is going to be weakened. And if I keep this around for the end game after Tailwind is over, I can just win with Stomping Tantrum plus Freeze Dry. But they'd have to make a call here, so to say. Right, so let me think. Yeah, so I Volt Switch on Chi-Yu because it might Terra. And I U-turn as well. Actually, I should U-turn on Arcanine because that's pretty much like no drawback in case he does protect you. Be Heat Waved. It wouldn't have KO'd me, but it might have done 68. So now I get my bundle in, and I get my Landers back in. In hindsight, that probably was not wise. That probably was me being greedy. Because now Chi-Yu can just go for the same play again. Which puts me in a position to have to sack Iron Hands now. So that was a bit greedy. I could have just Wild Charged, but I just didn't want him to switch in Landers, and then I'm just sitting there like a duck. However, because he swapped out Arcanine now, Stomping Tantrum into the Chi-Yu slot is free. I mean, I won't say free, he hasn't even tiered yet. If anything, I should probably double Chi-Yu. Yeah, because Rock Slide won't KO me. Terra Flying, well, he's -1. There's no way Terra Flying KOs me at -1. My Landers I'm talking about. But in case he Terras, I want to be able to get this Chi-Yu out the way. But would a Freeze Dry plus a Stomping be enough? I don't think so. Nah, this Chi-Yu has crazy Spadef. So I'm going to go for Hydro Pump. Okay, it works out. Now we just... I mean, provided Arcanine doesn't do 53 or 66 to either of these with E-Speed, we pretty much just win now. And now I can just Terra to avoid that E-speed nonsense if he has it. So again, even though his team was like super faster than mine, that's why I led what I led. That way I could be able to play, because I knew bringing those two as a lead, I could get through Tailwind, and then all I had to do was position myself properly to the point where I could end game with the Landers and the bundle, just like I said in the beginning. Oh, that's not KOing. Yeah, I'm not KOing the Landers. Ah, shoot. However, yeah, but I was just about to say, however, E-speed can't get, he's locked in E-speed, so. Alright, let's catch, I might catch 2 more. Kind of getting in the groove. I didn't even warm up when I started, so we're getting in the groove. This is another game where I'm going to lean on my bundle and my Landers. Probably going to bring Rillaboom too. But in order for Landers and in order for Landers to like really do some things, I need that wheezing going, because it's very difficult to like break through with what I have, and like without me having to like set up Goldingo or something. And if it burns my Landers, like that's really bad for me. But I'm thinking I have to go bundle Landers. Like, what else could I go? Because if I go Flutter Mane, I mean, if I go Goldingo, he has Landers, Flutter Mane, Roaring Moon, and I don't have any Pokemon that can like cover for Goldingo against all of these. Because if I go Goldie Iron Hands and he leads Flutter Mane, I'm putting myself in a position to Terra immediately. Actually, that might not be the worst case scenario, because I have Metal Coat, which will guarantee me a one-shot on Flutter Mane. Let's see, and if Flutter Mane is gone, that lets my bundle have a much easier time. That actually might not be a bad lead. Yeah, because if I do that, I can pressure the Flutter Mane, because I'll burn my Terra Water, right? But the only thing that can actually retaliate or punish that Terra off the jump is Ogerpon. If it has a Hornleech, won't do a whole lot, but it'll do a good bit in Iron Hands, which I can fake out and pressure with my own Iron Hands. And then I'll have Landers in the back, like I said. So I won't bring Rillaboom here. Like, I won't bring Rillaboom. But hopefully you guys can see what I mean just now by what I was saying. So yeah, they could have Landers, but I could fake it out. If they bring any of these other ones, well, they bring Roaring Moon as being pressured heavily by Iron Hands. Goldingo obliterates Wheezing. Iron Hands can buy me a turn. I can pivot if I need to. I kind of want Rillaboom though, honestly. I'm looking at this Ogerpon again. Because Landers is good, don't get me wrong, but what is Landers' job? What is his job here? Keeping Iron Hands at bay. Keeping their Landers' damage output in check. Still outspeeding Flutter Mane. The only downside to bringing Landers is that Ogerpon, because I don't have like a dedicated water switch in. So if I go Rillaboom, it's actually like okay, but it just won't be putting out much damage. And if I lose my, we'll have to see how this goes. Okay, this is great. This is great. The only downside is that I'm at the Terra here if I want to not be burned. But then this will open us up to Ogerpon, which I'm okay with. I mean, I say that. I just said I have no water switch-ins. I'm pretty much going to KO the Roaring Moon with +2. And that's with a +2 make it rain, and then a Drain Punch or whatever. even if I'm burned. Yeah, no, I think I'll let this get burned, honestly. And then fake out. That way I still have the terrors in the back, because like I said, that ogre pawn is a problem. Yeah, so I'll let him burn my Iron Hands. And then I'll cook his Wheezing. If he protects Roaring Moon, do I even have a switch in to begin with? If I go hard bundle here and he tailwinds, then let's see, tailwind, I make it rain, I get a double KO. Now I'm staring down a potential Flutter Mane or Landorus. I can't necessarily Terra against that unless I reset it, unless I reset Fake Out. So, but do I want to give up my booster energy? No, I actually don't. I'm running out of time. I don't think I played this turn right. No, I didn't play this turn right. I mean, I won't say I didn't play it right. I could have played this turn better. I could have played this turn better. I'm gonna have to focus on what's in front of me right now. I'll tell y'all what I mean in a second, because like I could have tarot there, not taking this much. But let me get through this game first. See, I can't even fake out Flutter Mane. If I get faked out in Moonblasted, that's not good for me. If I attempt to U-turn. Yeah, so Landorus is going to have to bite the dust here if he fakes it out and then doubles it. Okay, so Gleam. You're doing 54 to my Landorus. There's no telling how fast this thing is. We've been seeing, I've already seen a Scarf win this live. Because I have Rock Tomb, but no, that's never the play, because that's technically me like banking on them not being fast, like I said like 2 games ago. And if I bank on that and I get no value, I just pretty much lose. But considering my Iron Hands is burned, I don't even think I can beat his Iron Hands. Let's see, Icy Wind. I don't agree with what I'm doing, but yeah, that's exactly why I didn't want to do that. Because I was trying to think of like, okay, because let's say I Stomping Tantrum the Iron Hands, or if I Stomping Tantrum the Flutter Mane, I might have just thrown. I had freaking Terra Flying. I'm tripping. I might have just thrown that Terra Flying. Yeah, I might have just thrown. Because I'm thinking like, because most Flutter Manes can take those kind of hits, but like, I get Bundle in, I KO the Flutter Mane after I get the chip from Landorus, and then I'm staring down their Iron Hands with my bundle, plus my burned Iron, yeah, my burned Iron Hands. And I'm sitting there thinking like, how am I going to beat their Iron Hands? Well, mine is burned, and then bundle's like not even doing much damage to it. So now I have to hit a Hydro Pump. Actually, I don't have to. Do I? I get KO'd anyways, so I always have to tear this anyways. Yeah, I'm faking it out, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to tear it just yet. Okay, we're still in the game, but this is kind of like exactly what I was just describing. This position here, this is what I was trying to avoid, because now it's going to come down to rolls and whether or not I hit my attacks and whatnot. This is what I was trying to avoid. That's why I did what I did. Because even if I like Stomping Tantrums, I don't even think it would have changed or made a difference if Flutter Mane lived. And I can't afford to be missing Hydro Pumps. I guess I can just go for the freeze. I should protect here first before I Terra. I need to... oh, he went for the right move. Okay. I want a hydro pump, but like it's just so inconsistent, man. 16, that's nothing. Oh, good crit. Alright, attaboy, a good crit. So let's see, I crit with, oh, that was Drain Punch. So Ice Freeze Dry did 16, so that's a 40 base power difference. Let's see, 40. I don't have time to do that math. But the more health I get back, the more health he's going to get back. I think I go for Hydro Pump this turn, because if I can keep him low enough, I'll... Yeah, right. Now I need to hit... Wait, how much did that do? 16? Are we speed tying? No, we're not. He's outspeeding me every time. Okay. But if I keep freeze drying, I should... Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that came down a lot closer than I would have liked, but like I said, I was trying to avoid this specific situation. That's why I made the play that I made on turn 6. No, turn 5. No, turn 4. But considering how much this Flutter Mane took from Rock Tomb, it took like 44 or 47. I definitely know Terra Flying's blowing this out the water, so I could have avoided this situation altogether. However, if he decided to... He did go for Wild Charge, okay. Depending on who he targeted, no, I still would have been in a good position because you can only target one. And if you targeted one, then you have to deal with my Goldingo. I would come in with Iron Hands and fake out, get a nasty plot, Shadow Ball. Then it's a Drain Punch for his Freeze Dry duel again, but I'd be at an advantage, so yeah, I should have just went ahead Terra Flying there. But like I said, Flutter Mane are so bulky nowadays, you just don't know. I'll go ahead and grab one more. Like I said, I'm getting warmed up, guys. I'm getting warmed up. I'm gonna have to do some warming up off camera before I start these before I start recording from now on. Okay, guys. I had to think about this one because I'm trying to account for that Chien-Pao Dragonite. And then once that's gone, pretty much Iron Hands plus bundle should close out the game for me. Oh, let me not click that first. So I'm leading Chiyu Goldingo because what I'm going to end up doing if he leads the Chien-Pao plus Dragonite is Terra Ghost my Chiyu and burn the I mean, the Dragonite really lock into E-Speed against these two? That's the question. But I want to burn that Chien-Pao and I'm going to protect my Goldingo, that way the next turn I can just well, I'm actually going to scout and see what he wants to do first. I have Double Protect, what he's going to lock into, and then from there burn likely the Chien-Pao. That way my Goldingo can just make it rain, because if he locks into E-Speed, he has a pick. He can only target one with Chien-Pao and then he has to switch out. So that's kind of the route I'm going. And I'm going to endgame with Iron Hands bundle. He actually doesn't even lead it. This is actually a very advantageous position for me. Because now Ninetales is somewhat forced to Terra. But if you Terra Ninetales, you can't Terra Ogerpon, and Ogerpon's going to take a lot from this. Let me see. He really doesn't have to Terra if he's going to bank on winning with his Milotic that he's trying to set up, or his Dragonite. And I don't want to Terra. Wait, do I? See, if I Terra Water this, I don't have my speed control on the field right now. That's the issue. But if I Heat Wave and shoot, I'm gonna actually have to just go for it. I was running out of time. Cause yeah, he would get the Veil off, but if I couldn't switch there. I couldn't switch there because Ivy Cudgel into hands would just be too much. Now he could just go for a grass move if they so choose. Yeah, I was kind of in a reactive position there. It happens. I mean, I did talk about it in the beginning, but it does happen. Just gotta try to negate it as much as possible. I want to waste a turn of Veil. I want to see what he's thinking. I need to slow this game down a bit. Horn Leech. So them not tearing is telling me that they want to tear whatever they have in the back. Milotic and Dragon Knight. If they're going to be setting up, then my Goldingo is still good for me. So is my hands, but I mean, which one would be more important? Because Milotic uses coil and that kind of stuff. Y'all could probably hear that. Sorry, let me get that. He actually spread his damage, which is actually good for me. You have Veil. I'm gonna burn. I'm burning this thing. I don't care. I'm burning this thing. Okay, wise play. I was about to say I'm burning that thing. Yeah, that turn one, I put myself in a position to where I'm now being kind of forced to react. I'm trying to like gather myself and like formulate a game plan as I'm playing now, but see, but just based off of that turn one though, that's kind of why it's important to really think that lead through and the game plan more thorough, because you don't want to be put in a position like that. I'm adapting right now, but like let's see. So I have the snow boost, so Ogerpon can't KO me. So I'm not worried about it this turn. I'm really just trying to get this Dragon Knight removed. So I'm actually going to Volt Switch. I'm going to reset my whatchamacallit. Oh, that did 0. Okay. He should Terra this turn, because multi-scale is gone. I did 27, so I'm doing like 54 now. He could just Terra Ogerpon and Horn Leech though. That's actually the correct play, I believe. This could be AV for all I know. If I make it rain and lose this, then what? I can't let him get rid of bundle. Oh, he's Terra normal. Oh, that's Assault Vest. It's based off of that damage, I believe that's Assault Vest. Yep, that's game. Well, I tried. Yep, so again, I go back to that turn one. What would I have done differently here? Because I had to always account for Chien-Pao Dragon Knight. Because like if I lead incorrectly, like it can really just blow through my team. So considering that I was in this position from the jump, what did I need going to help me win this game? I needed to target that Ogerpon aggressively. So Heat Wave. Well, he protected. He always gets Veil up. Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm gonna have to look at this one again. Yeah, that was a tough one. We still got some wins out of that. I'm all for that. Still in the 1600s. I don't know when Regulation F is coming out, but maybe able to see if I can top my previous peak this regulation. So I hope you all enjoyed the live as much as I did. Hopefully you're able to see some examples behind that bring to light why the lead is important and why it should not be overlooked, as y'all just saw in the final game. But in other games y'all saw why it was very helpful to me too, so you're able to see both sides of the puzzle. But that's going to be all for now. Let's see what the next principle we're going to go over is actually going to be. I haven't looked at this in a minute. So it has to select the lead. Let's see. How to improve your battling. That sounds like a good one. I think we all would like to know how to improve our battling. Now it sounds very general, but there's like sections to the book, like beginner, intermediate, advanced, and then mastery. But this is from intermediate, like the last part of intermediate. It'll probably tie in everything that we've been doing, but I mean, hey, they want to get better, so that's probably what I'll go over next. But yeah, till next time guys, you guys take care. Peace.